Hello, Glasgow families, and welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Miss Fletcher, and I'm going to be your student's teacher this year for History 6. If you're interested in having this translated, you have that option. The directions are here on the slide in English, Spanish, and also in Arabic, so you can have this translated if you would like that. And I want to welcome you to History 6. Again, my name is Miss Fletcher, and I'm going to be your student's teacher this year. A little bit about me. I have been an instructional assistant in Fairfax County for 2 years, and this is my first year teaching at Glasgow. So I'm a first-year teacher, and I am so excited to be a teacher here at Fairfax County. I am from Burke, Virginia. I actually went to Lake Braddock Secondary School, if any of you have heard of that. And I also grew up in a military family, so I got to move around a lot and I got to experience a lot of new things growing up, and it kind of fostered my love for traveling. So when I graduated from my undergraduate degree, I walked the Camino de Santiago, as you can see in this picture here. And basically, that is a pilgrimage across Spain. And that was a wonderful experience that I love sharing with my students. I also love to paint and I love to draw. So here is an example of a piece that I've done during quarantine. It's a hobby that has definitely been getting me through. And I am also currently getting my master's degree at George Mason. So I definitely can understand what your students are going through being students in virtual school this year. And another highlight of my 2020 has been getting a puppy with my family. This is Winston. He is an English black lab, and he has been such a joy to my family and I getting to train him and raise him. So in History 6, I believe that students learn best when they feel safe, when they feel understood, when they feel appreciated, and when they are excited to learn. So one of my focuses this year is really going to be making this a safe environment for your students to learn. And I want them to feel valued, and I want them to feel like their voice is being heard. And to be successful, the students are going to need to work hard. They're going to need to stay positive, keep an open mind, and work together. So these are all important life skills that I'm really going to be encouraging your students to practice in my class this year. Some of the curriculum that they're going to be learning in History 6 is geography, is what we're starting off with. Then we move on to Native Americans and explorers. Then we got into colonial America and the West African empires. We're also going to be covering the American Revolution and the Revolutionary War. We're going to be talking about a new nation and the creation of the government that we have today. We're going to be talking about westward expansion, activists and inventors, Civil War, and also Reconstruction, so the outcomes of the Civil War. For grading and assessments this year, there's going to be formative assessments. So those are basically just check-ins for understanding and for learning. And we're going to be doing those pretty much every class. They're going to have a formative assignment that they will do just so that I know how they're doing and what they're understanding. There's also going to be summative assessments. So those are things like tests and quizzes that will be at the end of each unit, and also projects, which will hopefully be very fun for your students to work on. And other feedback about your student is going to be how they organize, how they behave in school, and those will also be on the report card this year, as well as the asynchronous assignments that I assign on Mondays and the homework for this year. So if you need any help at all, if you have any questions, you can email me at mcfletcher@fcps.edu. And then any class information that you need from my office hours, the class syllabus, my contact information in the grid, those can be found on Blackboard 24/7. And then also Google Classroom is what your student will use to access all of the assignments, and the grid, which has everything that your student is going to be learning for the upcoming week, will also be posted on Google Classroom for them to look at. And again, I'm here to help. If you have any questions or want to reach out to me about anything, you can email me. So when it comes to supporting your child in school, some things that you could ask are, what are you learning in class? You could ask them to show them the grid for the upcoming week and what they're going to be learning. And when it comes to homework, you can ask them what assignments they have to do, what do they need to complete them, and you can also look at the grid together at the start of each week so that you both know what your student is going to be learning in the upcoming weeks. Some supplies that your student is going to need for school is obviously an FCPS computer. We have been able to hand out computers to all the students this year, so they will use that to get to class during this virtual learning year. And also I encourage students to have pencils and pens on hand during class, and also a loose leaf paper or notebook if they want to take notes. I really encourage that during class. And also the Glasgow Middle School agenda, that just helps them to stay organized and write down all of their assignments so they have everything that they need in one place. And I am really looking forward to a great year. I know that it looks a little bit different this year, but even though we are doing this virtually, I am so excited to be your student's teacher this year, and I'm really looking forward to teaching them History 6. Thank you so much.